Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, I wanted to finally get on with something that I needed to do a while ago. The perfect sort of 78 Michael Myers custom figure. It used to have the Mad Bug V2 head sculpt, and I've still got that, and I'm sure I'll interchange back and forth. But really love the Trick or Treat Studios head sculpt. I've repainted both of them now. I know I said I was going to keep one of the head stock, but it's locked down. I got bored. I needed a project, so I started doing a more weathered version, which is the one over there. But my Boogeyman custom figure with the Unsil coveralls and the nice boots and the Fergo knife and the what used to be this mysterious body here, which I think I figured out what that is now, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But the Bruce Banner body by Hot Toys, that's the one that I used to use, and it's what I need to use really, because it's the one with the double bend elbows here, so you can get your nice cool poses. See, you want to be able to get the arm like that for a lot of the Michael Myers shots. But this body over here, which I took a picture, and I'll just show it to you now anyway. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. There's a JX there, so I'm sure some of you out there, the more experienced collectors, will start to know now what this body could possibly be. So the JX that's here should be a decent clue for you. I'm afraid that's about as much as I know, really. I mean, it hasn't got a double bend, but this was the body I was using for my Boogeyman, because I just love the way the Unsil coveralls, the final run versions here, they just fit this body so well. And I love the way the arms go so flush down to his sides. A lot of these figures kind of go about there and then they stop. It doesn't look natural. So the fact that this body here, you get the really flush arms by his sides, that was a really cool thing. Plus the knees are nice and stiff, whereas on the Bruce Banner body by Hot Toys, the knees started to get pretty loose, and if he wasn't on a stand or a base, he would eventually just kind of crumble to his knees. And I had to fill out his waist a little bit here, but I have filmed a separate little bit which I'm going to just splice in now, and then we'll come back to this just to show you how I did some of the things here. Like I needed to get these arms flush because they weren't flush with the Bruce Banner body. They kind of stopped about there, and it was bugging me. So I want that flush action, which I now have. I'll show you how I did that. Alright, so here we have the Hot Toys Bruce Banner body, and these bits here, you guys out there who do your gym sessions, you'll know what these are called. But your underarm muscly bits, this bit needs to go, because I can't get the arms flush because of that. So it's stopping that from laying right down flush. So I'm going to need to cut this bit away, and obviously leave this bit intact so that it stays together, but all this little, see the bit sticking out, that bit needs to go. Then these arms should lay more flat. I want this to be like that, not like that. It does make a big difference. So let's see how that goes. Oh, I've also put some kind of nail varnish gloss into the joints at the back of the knee, because the knees were getting really loose and he wasn't standing up on his own so well. So once that dries, that should stiffen up those knee joints. Right, now I've done it to this side, as you can see. I've cut away that section of muscle. Now this arm lies completely flush. You basically want it to be able to touch this part of the leg here. Once that is pretty much connecting, then we know we've got a nice flush. See, look how far away that one is. That's as close as I can get it. Now this one's laying flat, so didn't need to heat it up or anything. I just got little scissors and just cut that away, and that's what you want it to look like. Might need to cut away a tiny bit more from here, but you're never going to see the body anyway, because the coveralls, the t-shirt won't cover it up. Right, I've also added a little bit of cotton padding around his hips there, just because the Bruce Banner body here is a bit thinner in the waist than the body I was using before. So I want to replicate that nice kind of filled out waist section that it had. It was perfect before. I just need the double bend in the elbows that the Bruce Banner body has here. So now that I have that, I also need to use bigger wrist pegs. These are ridiculous. Don't use those. Get bigger ones. Now that is cut away under the arm, so get a nice flush armrest, filled out the waist a little bit, stiffened up the back of the knees with the nail varnish gloss. That should be drying pretty soon. Let's see how it goes. Now I will also say, when I put the Trick or Treat Studios head onto, I believe this is actually the Trick or Treat Studios neck peg that I'm using in the Bruce Banner body, so bear that in mind. But when I press it on, it does seem to cover up a lot of the neck, so I might actually put blue tack in that hole there, just to give a bit more length to the neck. This is very difficult to film and do with one hand, by the way. All of it. It's all difficult to do with one hand. Right, let's, this is my second repainted Tots head. Where's the first one? The first one is somewhere else. This is the second one. A bit more heavy weathering on this one. You can see the tip of the nose, discoloration around the neck. So this is the second repainted Tots head by me with the deep set eyes. One hand Billy over here. Let's see if that makes a diff. Can't find the where is it? There we go. Yeah, so there you go. With a bit of blue tack in the head joint up in the head there, just gives the neck the right kind of length. Alright, so back to you, Dean, in Night Vision HQ. So the Bruce Banner body now is padded out a little bit at the waist to kind of match how this one is. See, there's a little bit more in this mysterious kind of JX body. And I know it's a JX body that I used my 2018 custom Myers with the Beto Metalli head. So they are out there, these bodies, and they're really good. I mean, it's really heavy. It's not really heavy, but it feels like quality, you know? So the JX body there, but with the single bend elbow. So basically you want one of these, but with a double bend elbow. That would be perfection right there. But, you know, I can't afford to do that right now, so I'm just going to modify, or have modified, my Hot Toys Bruce Banner body. And we'll talk about the boots in a minute. And got a selection of different knives. One from Tanila's Customs, one from Distress Labs, and two from Shadow Fergo. And some hands. Definitely needed to use some bigger wrist pegs. These were the wrist pegs that were on the Bruce Banner body originally when I was using my older Yunsil coveralls, which are the ones I dyed blue. So you can see the difference there. The final run that I've done nothing to, they were from my buddy Stefan, did a nice trade with him. And these were my original Yunsils that I wanted to... it's interesting because this is the final run, and as you can see, it's the charcoal grey, but with that kind of ever so slight, sometimes in certain lighting, a little hint of green. Just a little bit. It's probably just the light, but my original Yunsils, like I've said before, when I originally got these, they were just straight up light grey. There was no kind of charcoalness about them. It was just straight up light grey. Looked odd to me, so I've never had to do anything to these. They are perfect. But these earlier run, they were just too light grey, but they say Tory Box 82 on the label, and the final run says the same thing. Interesting. But I will be putting these original ones that are dyed slightly blue on the JX body now, so that's going to get swapped around. But the main point of this video is to finally complete and put together the Boogeyman here. So that's the more weathered head that I've painted. You haven't actually seen this yet on the channel, so that's the latest repaint. Bit more weathering on the tip of the nose. And then this one over here, the first one I did, it's still got some black wash weathering, but not as much. So this one's a bit more white. Right, now when it comes to the jungle boots, I'm going to go with these ones, and as I've said before, these were from Justin and Anthony Sang when they went to Hong Kong, and they got in touch and said, is there anything you want while we're out here? And I said I could do with some jungle boots, and I was expecting them to sort of send some pictures of these kind of typical, you know, really kind of legit looking jungle boots, but I don't want to use these because they do, I can't remember, it might have been the Boo Face Myers that I got on eBay, he might have come with these, but there is this kind of battle damage at the front with some blood as well, and that just wasn't there in the first movie. Plus, after doing a bit of research, and correct me if I'm wrong folks, I'll flash up a picture here of some jungle boots from the 60s, like late 60s, maybe. I don't know if they're I mean, they're classic boots. I've even seen these in that Michael Douglas Falling Down movie, but I mean, they're everywhere. But I checked the tread, and if you look here and at the picture I flash up on the screen of some real Vietnam jungle boots, it's the same. And even though these are all plastic, apart from the laces, which are actually material, or you know, like actual laces, so it's a nice kind of nice solid hold. Once I dig these in, and it will just be filling them with blue tack and then just squishing them in there. That just has to be the way that is. But these ones actually have, if I can show you with the light, there's actually a peg in there. So with the body over here, I will be able to actually peg these boots into the JX body. They'll just clip in and that'll be secure. But unfortunately for my Boogeyman one, because I want to go with these, what I believe to be more accurate boots, and I prefer this just general look of these, and we'll be using the blue tack. And just kind of, I've already got the blue tack in there. It's really secure though. I mean, that's the way the Boogeyman figure has always been. He's always had the blue tack holding the boots on, but he's just so solid and stands up. I mean, the fact that these are solid boots, once that leg goes in there, you don't even need a stand for him anymore. He's just so well balanced. I am just using the Trick or Treat Studios box for a background just to make it look all official. But the only thing that's Trick or Treat Studios here is these two head sculpts that have been modified. I believe everything else is either custom or, you know, kit bash sort of bits and pieces I've had lying around. Right, so nothing left to do now but to put the final run Yunsil coveralls on this now modified Hot Toys Bruce Banner body. And we'll see how he looks. I think this is going to come together really well. Oh, where's his black t-shirt, damn it? Where is that? I think it's in the Myers room. I think I have to go get his black t-shirt. There is one over here, but I stretched the neck on the one that's in the other room. And shout out to Michael Cortez, because he's the one who kind of reminded me about this about a year ago. He said make sure you stretch your t-shirt at the neckline, because if you look at the pictures of Nick Castle wearing the outfit back in '78, it's quite a kind of stretched neck. You can see about that much of his neck and the beginning of a chest. I'll take one last look at this modified Bruce Banner body. Some padding action. Get the knees to stiffen up a little bit with some clear nail varnish kind of gloss stuff. Got me stretched neck Yunsil shirt here. Let's do it. Alright, shirt is on. I'm just showing you this step by step so that if you want to copy it you can, because I do believe that with these modifications and with this double bend elbow now, this will be, you know, one of the very ultimate best on 6 scale 78 Myers figures out there in the land. So showing you step by step. Next, let me put on the final run Yunsil coveralls. Alright, so try to set up the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. So right, I've got the final run Yunsil coveralls on the modified Bruce Banner body. Go and zip it up. Go and zip it up. Gonna keep you warm at night. There you go. Sweet. Alright. Now remember what I said. I want the... we'll worry about this later on. Can you see? You can't see what the hell I'm doing, can you? Bollocks. Alright, there we go. Now, so we've got the coveralls on now, all zipped up. Trying to get that stretch in the neck there. Get that looking good. And very important in this situation for me to use bigger wrist pegs than the ones I was using originally. They were tiny little things. But these bigger ones should do the job. So next thing I'm going to do, yeah, I'll put on the hands. So let's see, I think I'll just go with the one I was using originally. Although I've got this other one as well, which is a bit more gnarly looking, a bit more... I don't know, I'll try them both anyway. I hope I don't have to go and... Actually, I need a nice deep... there we go. It's not too bad. Don't like that, can you see? Yeah, I don't like how the wrist peg is so much lighter than his actual skin on his arm and his hand. See, the hand matches the skin tone on the arm perfectly, but the wrist peg is not matching up at all. You're not really going to see it, but I would prefer... I don't have a darker wrist peg. That's something I do not have. Okay, well that'll have to do for now. Let's put the other hand on. There we go. Let's get that all sorted out. Yeah, you definitely benefit when it comes to a 78 Myers and the Bruce Banner body. Massive benefit doing that mod to get the arms to play, to lay down flush. I can already see such a massive difference. That looks much better with the flush arms. Very nice. Right, let's put on my boots. These ones here, and just lift up his thingies and press down a little bit. There we go. And just hit these coveralls. Go. All right. Yeah, looks good. The waist is looking better since I padded it out. It's made a nice bit of difference there. He still doesn't stand up as well as the JX body that I was using before. That was so solid. I can already tell. Look, see, he wants to fall over. He just, yeah, something about the damn. And I even stiffened up the knees, like I told you. It still has trouble standing up on his own. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually probably come back at you one day once I eventually get one of these JX bodies, but with a double bend elbow, and then I think that will be the ultimate one to use. But this certainly isn't looking bad, that's for sure. Oh man, phew, we got ourselves a Boogeyman. And there he is, all finished. And everything's looking excellent. And the whole point of it is to be able to do a pose like that. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that pose and come back at you. Alright, mission accomplished. Excellent. So there you go, folks. That is the newest version of the Boogeyman in my collection. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm happy, but I'm not 100% satisfied. Like I said to you, I need to get one of these JX bodies with a double bend elbow, and I think then I will be truly happy. There's just something about the sturdiness of these bodies, trust me, in hand. The difference between holding this and holding the Hot Toys Bruce Banner body, there's a significant amount of weight here, sturdiness. The joints are nice and stiff, not annoyingly stiff, but they just, they don't move unless you want them to. And he has no trouble standing up on his own, this one. So one day I'll get myself a double bend elbow JX body, but for now, modified Bruce Banner body by Hot Toys has done a fine job here with a little bit of cutting away of the underarm section, padding out the waist, getting some bigger wrist pegs on there, and with the repainted Trick or Treat Studios head sculpt, it's looking really cool. And the awesome boots. And the base here, which was originally the DX11 Joker Hot Toys base, painted black with the Halloween font put on there. The old Beto Metalli 78 pumpkin, some leaves, and that is looking awesome. But that's it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed another Michael Myers video. Don't forget, I am offering the service to repaint your trick-or-treat head. I can either do it a nice kind of clean white like this, or a nice weathered version like the latest one that I've done here. There's a video on the channel detailing the service. You can get in touch with me on Facebook, on Instagram. I'll repaint your head for you. Get them looking real sweet. Alright, hope you enjoyed it, folks. Drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Instagram at D9333. Don't forget to come check us out at our store, The Figure Pit, at www.thefigurepit.com. Alright guys, hope you're keeping safe and well. See you soon, take it easy, bye bye. Well, I've already said goodbye now and I wrapped up the video, and then I looked down and realized that I didn't actually show you me putting the JX body back together again. So for those of you that stuck around, you're gonna get to see that. Alright, so we got the JX body, which I was originally using for this Boogeyman. Now I'm going to put these dyed blue Yunsil coveralls onto the JX body, and the more clean repainted Tots head on here. And I'll choose one of these knives. I'm going to be using the leftover jungle boots. Very nice. And they're going to clip in quite nicely because you've got the peg in there. Alright, let me come back once he's assembled. Alright, so far it's looking cool. It's definitely a slightly fuller body. Just all around a little bit more muscly. The JX chest is definitely a little bit more sticky outy. Technical term. So how's it look from the side? Yeah, it looks good though. He doesn't look fat or anything. If anything, everything just seems to fit better on this body. But those boots, gosh, they really clicked into place. When I pushed them onto that peg, the snap, like the satisfying, that ain't going anywhere kind of, you know, really, really, really good. So, stands up, very reliable, balanced with the JX body here. Alright, so let me put the hands on and the head. And that'll be another Myers, another excellent 78 Myers complete. Alright, so I've got myself some good hands, and the second figure is looking pretty damn sweet already, to be honest. So, brought in the Madbug V2 with the Silent Surfer hair and paint. I'll try both of these. And you got the more clean version, the Tots mask, Tots head sculpt, repainted. So I'll try them both. But that's a really nice fit. Okay, and there he is with the repainted Tots head. It's a fine looking piece. They both are. I kind of think of it as the daylight scenes version, and then the nighttime interiors. Okay, and now I will try, just to finish up the video for a second time, I'll try the Madbug V2. And there you go. That looks good too, man. Well, I'll leave one of them with the Madbug and one of them with the repainted Tots head. That makes sense. I mean, you don't go through what I went through to get one of these and then not display it. You gotta have one on display. Hell yeah. Let's get some close-up action. So, a few angles from close. And I know a lot of you guys still prefer the rooted hair on these heads, and it can look awesome, but this is one of those heads I was quite satisfied with the hair, but it is one of those things I'm always kind of looking at it thinking, could it be styled better? And I mean, that's down to me, but it's a bit of a headache trying to get it looking right. It's hard to get 1/6 scale horns to look like 1/6 scale horns. They then tend to look quite long, longer than they should. You know, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's great looking. There's no doubt about that. It's great, but I do like some sculpted hair action now. It just captures that perfect style, and it's just there, and you don't have to worry about it. It's just done. The other one over there. Yeah, definitely more of a fan of the sculpted hair now. That's just my feelings. Well, goodbye for a second time. Hope you enjoyed the video with this extra section on the end. And I'll be back with you real soon with more Myers action. We got the Trick or Treat Studios Part 4 and 5 figures on the way to review, so that'll be coming at you soon. And plenty more besides that. Thanks for all you guys for tuning into the live streams on Sunday. I'll bring you another one this Sunday coming up. about 8:30, 9 p.m. UK time. Until then, folks, see you soon. Bye-bye. So that really is what we got here now. We've got the daylight outdoor kind of color tone Mars over there, and then the nighttime interiors over here. Those are two awesome looking 1/6 scale 78 Mars figures right there. That's about as good as it's ever going to get.